Yo, NagzmanianDEVIL, what's up, bro?
Yo, what up, TinselTalk?
Yeah, we about to do this podcast. Meet me at Depot Park.
Depot Park it is.
I bet.
Ain't nothing soft about any of us. Nothing. You think you're dealing with soft ass people because we grew up in Oakland County? Let me tell you, I got stories about people ain't soft. Ain't nothing
Yo,
soft.
you ready?
Let's do this.
We got stories. We lived it. My man. Yo, I was like, if this homeboy don't accept my motherfucking message, I'm like, what's this cat doing, dog? Yo, they're sitting there. I see him over there, Playboy. Y'all getting all fresh.
Yeah,
Fresh
dude,
as a
you're looking pretty
motherfucker.
nice too, man. That Mighty Ducks jersey you got on?
Oh, you know this Mighty Ducks jersey. This that Charlie Conway.
And Charlie Conway, bro.
D2, baby.
Heater. I
What's up,
wrote a little
TinselTalk?
introduction down. Do you care if I introduce the podcast a little way that I wanted to?
Hit him with it. Hit him with a hawk.
All right, check this out. All right, I know I don't know how many people are out there watching, but I just want to say good evening and welcome to our brand new quarantine certified podcast. It's called Depot Park. I'm TinselTalk, hanging out with my cousin and my best friend, the NagzmanianDEVIL, and we're about to take everybody on a little blast from the past. My cousin over here, he's been hanging out with me since we were babies in like the playpen, and I tell you right now, this man straight up is cut from a different cloth. He's a
I'm
loyalist.
definitely cut from a different cloth.
He's a gangster rap connoisseur and a football fanatic. And I'm going to let you talk about yourself here in a minute. We're going to do some introductions. But right now, I just want to kickstart this announcement episode by opening up with a question for you and ask you, why are we calling this Depot Park?
Why are we calling this Depot Park?
Yeah, man, what's up with that?
Essentially, like you said, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm from Clarkston, Michigan, born and raised. So I love Clarkston more than anything in this world. Most people went to a college. They got their, university that they had great memories at. I love C-Town. I rep C-Town. I'll bust C-Town's ass. But hey, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to let everyone know who the NagzmanianDEVIL is. Why we call it Depot Park. Well, we call it Depot Park because the address is 375 Depot Park. It's right downtown Clarkston's Main Street, okay? There's a little playground out there. There's a little building, kind of like for municipal purposes. They got like stuff for like snow plowing or mowing or whatever. And it's kind of like a little cut through. There's a nice little pond that runs through there called the Mill Pond. We used to play hockey on the Mill Pond. Charlie Conway jersey, what I'm repping here, because I love them 90s movies. But we used to go down there and congregate as kids, drink sodas, eat pizzas, whatever it is we got from the Rudy's Market right up the street in Clarkston, okay? We take it down there and cause shenanigans. Kids would meet down there. It was kind of a place where the youngsters could come of age, get away from their parents. It wasn't the smartest, we know. But at the time, there wasn't that many Clarkston police. So you could get into some fun, meet a girl down there, hit on her, meet your buddies down there, do what you do, go home.
That's like that in a lot of towns, right? Where you have like a city, but then there's like the downtown Main Street. Like Depot Park backs right up to that. You go down a little hill and it's down there. And what you were saying, like we had the Rudy's Market where you could get like your pizza slice, you could get like, snacks and soda. And all the kids would go down there and, kind of hang out. It was like an after-school thing.
Absolutely.
And that's where the name of this comes from, is Depot Park.
This is kind of like the circle in Are You Afraid of the Dark? This is, Depot Park, where we're going to tell you stories of coming of age from when we were in elementary all the way to being 35 years old. I'm 35. I know I don't look it. 35.
Man, you look like
single,
you're like 25.
No kids, no divorce. That's my homie over there, TinselTalk. 35.
Same shit here.
Single.
34, single, no kids, no divorces, just doing us.
We just doing us. We got point of views. We're going to tell stories of what it was like growing up in Clarkston.
And so let me ask you this. Like, what about us growing up in Clarkston, makes these stories, this podcast worth listening to. Like, why is the story so good?
First off, the stories are one of one. I'm one of one. You're one of one. These are, I mean, you can call them what you want. You can call them white boy stories in the burbs, but
Sure.
I didn't grow up gangster or nothing like that, but I listen to rap. I watch NBA. I like the hip-hop culture. If you give me a choice of black female or white female, I'm going black female all day,
every time, man. Like
every time.
It's been like that for a long time.
It's been that way since day one. It's just what I like. Eminem made it that way. As I said, I'm 35. You're 34. I misspoke. I thought you were 35 again. But you're 34, right? And Eminem was there, and we listened to Eminem. You always see the meme that says they were raised by Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Jay-Z. We raised different. That's what it is. All of us. Our whole, age group. And that's what makes us special. We're speaking to the people that know that upbringing and that lifestyle.
If I can, kind of give my answer on it, I think that, where you started saying that, Eminem's got a lyric where he says, brainwashed from rock and rap. And so there was a lot of mischief in our childhoods, right? Not even,
I got
everything, but, we, looked for it. There was something about, our group of friends, whether it was for attention or if it was for a thrill, we were down to, do some shit that most people, wouldn't risk doing or, wouldn't, chance, the trouble of. And a lot of it we got away with. A lot of it we got caught doing. But, those consequences, I don't think were anywhere near the forefront of our minds. We were acting, almost impulsively and so recklessly that, things could have went a lot worse than they did. And I think that's what makes a lot of these stories funny is, we took chances with our lives.
How many lives do you think you've used of the 9? Say you're a cat.
Oh, how many?
You're lying. You're lying. How many lives have you used? I think
I'm a different species, man. I already used my 9. I gotta be a fucking I don't know what lives longer, parakeet or something.
I think of 4 times vividly all the time where I am holy shit.
Why don't you tell me about a time when shit hit the fan and you thought you're lucky to make it out alive from that?
Oh, you want just a quick small one? Okay, yeah. So the Nagzmanian Devil, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you know anything about me, some people would say it's one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah,
it is. It is what it is. Okay, I enjoy the Fast and Furious films so much. I don't care how bad they are.
If they make one, you're going to see it. Doesn't matter how bad it is. You've been on that wagon for so long, we're going to see it. It could be Fast and Furious 16, and we're going.
Okay, so Paul Walker had a Mitsubishi Eclipse 95, okay? A faster one than the one I ended up getting. I got a red one.
Because of the movie.
Because of the movie. I was like, I'm getting one.
I remember riding in your car, we would pull up on a light and it would be you pull up to a Mustang or to
every time. I lose. I lost 9 out of 10 times. I was going to give it my best. I don't care. That's right. What's up? It's like that movie, he says, you racing in a Prius? I don't win a lot. I don't give a shit. That was my ride. That was my whip. I had the slow-ass Mitsubishi Eclipse. It looked good. Chicks liked it. Anyways, there was a railroad track out in Davisburg area. And, you know, I'm with my boy Jimbo Jones, who, you know, I typically don't hang out with too much, but he also grew up at Clarkston Elementary. He's also a day one homie, you know. We went through some shit, and he's in my car. So we're going to go pick up some girls. It's a dirt road down. I wish I could remember what that road was. There's a couple kids that we went to school that lived off it. But anyways, we're going down this dirt road, and this is a railroad track, and it kind of has like a lip on it, you know, and like the other end like bottoms out. But I thought it was like kind of like a tabletop. Railroad track is the top of the table. Go to the next side. Go right down it as we go. And Jimmy, my homie Jimmy, Jimbo Jones, says, "Yo, you should slow down. This is dangerous.
Yeah.
This is super dangerous." I'm like, "Oh yeah." I pop that thing and I just hammer it. So we go from
Just
like
sent it, dude.
straight up sent this car. So we go from like 40. I want to say I was doing 75. When I hit this railroad track, it launched us probably like 150 feet. We're in the air. And he's like putting the seatbelt on, like, and it won't like pull. He's like,
yeah, because your car's in like speeding, like you can't pull it.
He got that fucking thing on, kind of like hit. It slammed my car. You know, and I'm like, oh, I almost have it.
Start spinning.
Just start doing donuts, smash into this mailbox. So there's a guy in the driveway.
What'd he say?
I was like, let's go.
They kind of hummed.
They hummed. You know what I'm talking about? That's why I make that noise. Yeah. So that was one of the times I almost died. You said you've already used way more than 9 lives. Give me one of yours. When was one of the Hollywood Tinsel Talks times when he should have been pieced up?
You know, and like this is like being really candid admitting this, but throughout high school and college, like I was all about like just like kind of like pushing the limit and being like one of the craziest guys at the party. And I had friends that like knew they could get me to like take another shot and like do another drug, and like I would test my limits. And a story that I can't even really remember well, except for the fact they had Xanax at this party. And I was too young. I'd never done it before. And the person who gave it to me, I was drinking, which is like another thing, like right on the bottle, they say like, don't, mix with alcohol. And I swear to God, like I remember being in like a bathroom doing that. And that was it, it. But apparently I was up for like another like 4 hours, where I woke up the next day in a trailer park. And I'm like, where am I, And the stories I was getting afterwards was there was like strippers at this party, and, like they loved me because I was like a little kid. I was like 105 pounds.
Yo, that same friend says your fantasy football team sucks.
I'll pull it
As
down.
the nature
now,
boy
here,
would say,
woo! Podcast.
Man,
in the year 2020, one of the only bright things in my life right now is I am the proud owner of this motherfucking trophy. She a fucking real sweetheart.
Oh my God.
Bitch. And
look at that thing.
This is my third time holding on to this. This is like a girlfriend that goes away but always comes back to you because like the love is real. Like that's the type of shit that I got going on with this thing right here. It's
coming for you, NagzmanianDEVIL.
So we're going to talk fantasy football. We're going to talk about music. Something I should tell everybody who doesn't know you. The plethora of knowledge that the NagzmanianDEVIL has when it comes to like rap beef, rap history, just everything that like kind of influenced the next thing.
Frivolous information is what I call it. just so you guys know. Okay, so the Nagzmanian Devils here. I'm on the Depot Park podcast, first episode with TinselTalk, my cousin.
Announcement episode. Like, this isn't even structured necessarily how the future ones are going to go. We're going to, like, get down to brass tacks, but we wanted to, like, get everybody on board so they could, like, meet us. This is an introduction.
This introduction to the games. That's my cuz. I love him. That's my cuz right there, Hollywood. We got stories. We got. I mean, we lived it. I mean, yeah, we ain't out there.
Part of our inner circle, which I also want to like say before we like wrap this. Most people say they're lucky to walk out of high school with like 5 good friends. You know, like if they make it out with 3 good friends, like those are the people. We had this like gigantic group of friends that started in like the early grades of elementary and like just kind of like grew through extension. And so, like, when we come home, we can have bonfires, we can have lake parties, we can go to weddings, and there will be, like, 20 guys that we have so much respect for because, like, it was a crew. You know, you always say the crew is the crew.
No. Hashtag the crew stay the crew. It's like Cosa Nostra. It's like main men. You don't get out of it. This is where you're from. This is what you are. But we believe that, and I believe that. That's why I'm so passionate about everything that I spit about my hometown.
Where you come from, about like who you love, because like this wasn't just something that you stupidly like subscribe to. These people lived with you through life or death moments. They had your back when you needed it, and they're people that matter. You know, this is like true loyalty and friendship. And I think that is what makes this unique. The stories we're going to talk about are going to be about people that there's no way of like even putting the friendship or like the love into words, but like we can tell the stories to help people understand that.
To understand it. That's going to be Depot Park podcast. That's TinselTalk right there. Matthew Herron.
TinselTalk right here. We got NagzmanianDEVIL over here.
But what I want you to do, Matt, right now is give a prenup to going into giving our top 5 in the second episode.
All right, so if I can introduce this is something that's going to be a part of every single podcast that we do. If you want to come on live on Depot Park with the NagzmanianDEVIL, with fucking TinselTalk, you're going to have to list out your top 5.
What, top 5 of what? What do you mean top 5? Top 5
rappers.
Top 5 rappers? Oh, you want the NagzmanianDEVIL to give you his top 5 rappers?
Yeah. I want you right now, Nags, to tell me your top 5 rappers because we putting everybody to this, and I need to know who you rap.
Can I get a 6 man?
You can get a 6 man.
Like in the NBA, like everyone gets a 6 man. So we're gonna do top 5 and your 6 man.
Yeah, and a 6 man.
All right, check out episode 2 of the Depot Park podcast on YouTube. Hashtag Depot Park podcast. Hashtag Depot Park. Depot Park Instagram. I got your main man, TinselTalk. Your main man, NagzmanianDEVIL. We here with the first episode. Charlie Conway, 90s movies. We love you. Be safe. Stay home. And hey, here he is. Check us out or get run over.
That's it, man. Get run over. Y'all fucking be